Moments ago, President Obama addressing the nation for the first time since Donald Trump's stunning victory. After congratulating both candidates on a hard-fought campaign, Mr. Obama made it clear that we are all on the same team, and he stressed the importance of unity in the wake of the election. Here he is.
Everybody is sad when their side loses an election. But the day after, we have to remember that we're actually all on one team. This is an intramural scrimmage. We're not Democrats first. We're not Republicans first. We are Americans first.
All right, everyone. So now that Donald Trump is set to take the White House by storm, what is going to happen to Obama's agenda? I mean, throughout his campaign, Trump vowed over and over again to reverse many of Obama's signature policies, including the Iran nuclear deal, immigration reform. So can he do it? Obamacare as well? Joining me right now, Washington Examiner senior political analyst Michael Barone. Michael, always good to see you. I mean, look, I think in so many ways this was a rejection not just of Hillary Clinton and her inability to connect and the concerns about corruption, et cetera, but this was a rejection of President Obama and his entire economic agenda, which has sent the country absolutely nowhere. How does Trump reverse it?
Trish, don't hold back. Tell me what you really think. Listen, I think, you know, the signature achievements of the Obama administration, according to Ben Rhodes, the brother of the president of CBS News, and the Henry Kissinger of the millennial generation, Deputy National Security Advisor, Obamacare, the Iran nuclear deal. They're unpopular in the polls. They're unpopular in Congress. They were sketchily and hastily put together without attention to details. Obamacare is in danger of implosion. The Iran nuclear deal, we just made concession after concession. You don't have to think that Donald Trump is a miracle worker as a deal maker to say that that wasn't a good deal and so forth. Yeah. President Obama, after the Republicans won majorities in Congress, said, I've got a pen and a phone. I can make regulations. Well, some of his regulations, like the seeming amnesty of 5 million illegal immigrants, that's been stopped by a federal judge and by the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals. Supreme Court did not intervene.
All those executive orders that he put forward.
Every executive order can be repealed by another executive order. And I would expect that if the Trump transition team is well organized, and I think that's an if, given the character of the Trump campaign, they're going to have a whole list.
Some pretty smart people, I would say, around Michael. Very smart people, certainly in terms of the economy, certainly in terms of Homeland Security.
But I think that one of the things they should be doing, I think, to fulfill the promises and the platform planks that Mr. Trump has advocated is a whole list of things, and force him to keep signing those gosh darn things all afternoon after the before the inaugural balls, after the swearing in.
So he's got a lot of work to do. He clearly doesn't shy away from work. I think it's interesting in that he is a deal guy. And a deal guy is very different than a Washington bureaucrat. And as a deal guy, he wants to get a deal done, but he knows the importance of leverage. I mean, you think about what happened with the Iran nuclear deal, and President Obama was so darn desperate to get this thing done, we gave away, you know, pretty much all we had. And I think that you can anticipate a little bit more back and forth, can you not, from Donald Trump?
Well, I think you can. I think that one of President Obama's weaknesses as the president is that he lacks either the inclination or the skill to engage in negotiations with people who have different views. Bill Clinton had that skill and inclination to a very high degree. George W. Bush, to an extent that has been forgotten, showed that he had the inclination and ability to do that, at least in his first 6 years, in a major way. President Obama hasn't done that. Donald Trump seems to take the view that you should stake out sort of impossible positions first and then negotiate. We'll see how well that does. But I noted Speaker Ryan's
If nothing else, it would be very interesting for all of us, Michael, to watch. You know, he's got a lot of momentum right now. He's got the House. He's got the Senate. Let's see what he can get done. And he's got, you know what? He's got a lot of Democrats as well, and as he should, because there are many blue-collar Democrats that crossed over and supported him. And I suppose that, you know, there can be some agreement on a lot of these economic issues.
Well, there's
as a result.
a lot of Democratic senators up for re-election in 2018
They're going to have to work with
that
him.
Trump carried.
Yeah.
They'll have an incentive to work with him. We'll see if they do.